Welcome back, Pokemon trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order, and it's time for a very long-awaited video here on the channel. Episode number is 97, I think, of our Pokemon TCG live online match video series. Of course, still focusing on Pokemon GX from the current Burning Shadows expansion. And speaking of Burning Shadows, as usual, check out down below for a code for an online booster pack of Burning Shadows, courtesy of my friend Lawholagamer Wally. You can, of course, check out his link in the description below to his YouTube channel. There's also an annotation right about here, I think, if I've done it right. You can check out what he's up to. He's been streaming some games. He has Sonic Mania on the go. Not sure if he's still playing that just yet or not, but wait. This cord is wrapped around my microphone. Anyway, check him out, see what's going on. He's got some streaming going on. I think he does live streams and then uploads them after. I'm not sure how streaming works on YouTube. I'm not quite that advanced just yet. He's blowing me out of the water with that. But yeah, check him out if you want to see the fellow who has given you a chance to get this code card. First come, first served, as always. Come here to the shopping cart in Pokemon TCG Online, redeem codes, type that code in, and it is yours to get a booster pack online. So, I apologize that this video is a lot longer in coming than it really should have been. Basically, long story short, I had a very busy week last week, a very exhausting week. I just didn't have a lot of energy to do much of anything over the weekend and the last few days of the week, so I'm hoping to get back on track, because today I was thinking, well, I can go do some Pokemon going, because for one thing, I've heard Aerodactyl are nesting at our local regional hospital. I wanted to check that out. Also, I am about, just one Pokemon away from getting a 5th Doduo on my team, a 5th male Doduo, that I can use to represent heads from our main playthroughs, and I know where they're at in the Uptown area. There's a new nest up there. I could have gone to get that. Also, just as I woke up, I checked the nearby Pokestop I'm always hyping up. Clefairy was over there. Bear in mind, there was one there last night, and I went for it, and it ran away from me. But all this being considered, I said, no, I have been neglecting the YouTube channel for far too long, and my back is kind of sore from a lot of excessive walking the past several days, so all things considered. Oh, also, I heard some raindrops when I woke up this morning. Everything seemed to be telling me, Professor, focus on your viewers. Get this stuff out for them. They've been waiting to hear from you. So we are here with Pokemon TCG Online with a deck that I'm calling Incineration. Admittedly, it's not the most advanced kind of a strategy I'm going for. It's going to be a attempted mill deck, but not dedicated to just milling. The Pokemon we're going to take a look at is this one right here, good old Charizard-GX. Your Stage 2, 250 HP Fire-type Pokemon for 3 energy of any kind. Wing attack can do 70. Crimson Storm has some power to it. It's the power of all the Mega Charizard-EXs from way back when, with 3 Fire, 2 Colorless, doing 300 damage with Crimson Storm. Discard 3 fire energy from this Pokemon. Now you're going to see there's an easy way to deal with that possible, or that restriction. But, for a fire and 2 colorless, Raging Out GX, discard the top 10 cards of your opponent's deck. That is over 1/6 of their deck, of their total deck count, considering the fact that they have, a certain number of cards in hand too. So you're taking out possibly a 5th, maybe even a 4th of their deck. That's kind of decent. So I'm going to try to make use of that, because whenever I do one of these videos, I want to try to show off the Pokemon GX in all of its glory with everything it can possibly do. So I have a way to power up for Crimson Storm and sort of neglect the energy loss, but I also want to try to make use of Raging Out. And to capitalize on that, there's another Pokemon we're going to use. But first of all, I've got 2 Charizard-GX, 1 Charmeleon, and just a few Charmander from various sets. I kind of like this one, not so much for the HP, because it's only 60 HP, but look at the classic style of this Charmander, And Ember, you lose an energy by doing that too. So we're probably not going to really use them for fighting that much. Now then, let's take a look at the other Pokemon we're pairing this with. Rhyperior from the same set, Burning Shadows. The ability of Toppling Wind is the main focus here. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may discard the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. If I can continuously do that by de-evolving this Pokemon or bringing it back to hand, you'll see I have ways to do both of those things. I'm going to be able to continuously get rid of 3 extra cards, in addition to the 10 that Charizard-GX burns off. So I have 3 Rhyperior, 3 Rhydon, and 3 Rhyhorn, again, all from various sets here. So, as I get to the trainer cards, which is coming up in a moment, I'm going to say this is a current standard legal deck. Certain things have changed in the standard format ever since the World Tournament, the World Championships have come to a close, alright? And I'll explain one of the very dagger-through-the-heart type things that has changed in the standard. But anyway, those are the 15 Pokemon you're seeing right there. Going down to the energy, a lot of basic energy. We've got 3 basic fighting, 4 basic fire, but the main way to make use of Crimson Storm without losing energy permanently, we've got your burning energy here from Breakthrough. Burning energy can only be attached to a fire Pokemon. It provides fire energy while attached to that fire Pokemon. If this card is discarded by an attack of the fire Pokemon this card is attached to, attach this card from your discard pile to that Pokemon after attacking, so it continuously recycles itself on attacks like Crimson Storm. With 3 of those on there, we're going to be able to continuously Crimson Storm without losing any energy, unless, of course, they play like Enhanced Hammer, they can play Team Flare Grunt, things like that, annoying things like that. But we got 4 Burning Energy and 2 Double Colorless just to power up a little bit faster with some of those Charizard-GX attacks. Those are the 13 energy. Now then, talking trainer cards. Doing a quick overview, do you guys happen to see Versus Seeker in here? No, you don't. Versus Seeker is no longer standard legal until, hopefully, possibly, maybe, it gets a reprint in a later set. But as of right now, we do not have access to Versus Seeker in the standard format. So I have to do something else. I have another thing that came up, sort of idea that I had. I'm kind of liking it more than Versus Seeker, and I'll explain that when I get to it. First of all, as far as getting more of the toppling winds, we have a couple of de-evolution sprays here in the deck. Got a couple energy retrievals, bring back 2 basic energy cards from the discard pile. 2 field blowers, which I always want to have as a staple in my deck. Get rid of the opposing stadium, the opposing tools, or your own stadium or tools if you need to. Choose up to 2 and discard them from play. A couple heavy balls to find any of the Rhydon Rhyperior line. They all have a retreat cost of 3 or higher. 2 Professor's Letters to find 2 basic energy cards from the deck and take them into hand. This here, I think, might be a permanent replacement as far as I'm concerned for Versus Seeker, Puzzle of Time. You may play 2 Puzzle of Time cards at once. If you played 1, look at the top 3 cards of the deck and put them back in any order. Alright, but if you played 2 of these, put 2 cards from your discard pile into your hand. That could be considered 2 Versus Seekers in one go if you play both Puzzles of Time, right? Now, admittedly, this kind of came to me as a sort of last-minute thought, so I only have 3 in here, but I think every deck from now on, I'm going to have 4, because not even just supporters, you can get back any 2 cards you want. In fact, I'm sure there's some sort of a rule in play about this, but technically, you could continuously stall out a game non-stop by playing 2 Puzzles of Time and choosing 2 other Puzzles of Time from the discard pile to take into hand. Then those 2 get discarded. Play the other 2, bring those 2 back. See where I'm going with this? That'd be a pretty sneaky move. I'm not even going to consider trying that, although I guess I just mentioned it, so it seems like I have considered it, but don't do that. Play the game fair. Play the game right. Play the game to win, not to stall. Anyway, so I got 3 Puzzles of Time. That way, I won't be tempted to do that, I guess. Anyway, I also got a couple of random receivers. Search your deck, not search, but reveal cards from the top of the deck till you find your first supporter and then take it into hand. A couple of rare candies. I'm going to mainly focus on using them to get the Charizard-GX in play quicker, because you can see there's only 1 Charmeleon, right? But in a pinch, if I can get rid of 3 cards and possibly win the game from the opposing deck by playing a Rhyhorn immediately into Rhyperior, I could rare candy that up as well. I've got 2 timer balls. I really kind of don't like cards that require coin flips, but you have a 50-50 shot twice of getting an evolution card from the deck in hand, so it might come in handy. I'm not going to rely on it too much, but I was trying to think, what are some other ways I can get some of my evolved Pokemon? Timer Ball is really the only thing I could think of, at least to get them into hand. I could go with Wally, but if I Wally into Rhyperior, I don't get the toppling wind ability. I have to play it from my hand, not from directly from the deck, you know? So Timer Ball might come in handy, we'll have to see. Now, Po-Town, I was using this in the last TCG video that I did. Whenever any player plays a Pokemon from their hand to evolve one of their Pokemon, put 3 damage counters on that Pokemon. So, not only will that hinder the opponent, putting damage on them, it's going to make me put 3 damage counters on my own Rhyperior, for example. What do I do in that case? Well, moving a little bit past those stadiums, we have 2 Acerola in the deck again. If any Pokemon on my side has damage counters on them, I can put that into hand. So eliminating the damage, but also getting Rhyperior and its stages back into hand gives me another chance later to play Rhyperior once again for another toppling wind. So I never would have thought Po-Town would be a strategy that I would use in favor of myself, more against the opponent, but there are ways you can make use of something like this. I've also got 2 Scorched Earth for some draw support. I guess the idea would be to try to get the Scorched Earth in play first, to try to speed up draw support, and maybe halfway through the match, play down Po-Town and eliminate the draw support of maybe the opponent as well, but then getting me that damage on my evolved Pokemon. So as I say, there's 2 Acerolas here, moving on to the supporters. 1 Bridget to find 3 basic Pokemon from within the deck and bench them immediately. We have Hala in here. Hopefully we'll be able to make use of the Raging Out GX pretty quick, in which case when I play Hala, I'll shuffle back my hand and draw 7. If not, at least I still get 4 cards until I can get myself Puzzles of Time and bring Hala back. We got Lily in here, draw until you have 6 cards in hand, but if it's your first turn, draw until you have 8. We've got an N in here for some more like hand support, reshuffling, also forcing the opponent to shuffle their hand away as well. I want to start using things like this more often, because a lot of times I find I fall victim to using an attack to draw or to search my deck for cards, take them in. The opponent plays something that makes me shuffle my hand away, so the searching that I just did is all for naught, So if the opponent does anything to search, I would like to be able to eliminate that using N on my own side. I've also got Olivia here to search your deck for up to 2 Pokemon GX, reveal them, put them into hand. Admittedly, she's not as useful in a deck where I only have 2 GXs, but if you're using some Pokemon GX in your deck, she is a good card to add. Just find any 2 Pokemon GX, basics, evolutions, whatever you want. So she's in here. We also got, for the last of our supporters, last of our cards, 2 Skylas. I just realized I don't have tools this time around. Oh well, might not need them, hopefully. We have 2 Skylas, search your deck for any trainer card, reveal it, and put it into hand, and you're good to go. If it's a supporter, you gotta hold on to it till next turn, but any other trainer card, you could play it on that very turn. So that is going to be the Incineration deck. Again, hopefully we'll be able to make use of decking the opponent out, but if not, at least limiting their resources, because if we can take out a good chunk of their cards, a lot of their good stuff gets discarded, we'll be in a good spot to Crimson Storm our way through the victory. So we have 15 Pokemon, 32 trainers, and 13 energy cards. It is now time to go into the Versus. Find ourselves our first victim, and I say that expecting that I'm going to lose anyway. Ooh, Versus Ladder Reset. Charizard-EX with the Verdant Wind ability is back. This is from one of the Plasma sets, I believe. This is a very good staple card that a lot of the decks in the World Championships use, I think, 2 years back. Look, I've only got 1 standard deck anymore. Oh, this hurts to see. Everything else has Versus Seeker in it. Although, this is going to limit the opposing strategies as well. I'm kind of interested to see what other standard format strategies are there. Mario Kart Money with Lightning, Water, and Colorless. Well, Water scares me. We are, of course, using our Fire-type Pokemon. Welcome to the Professor Chaz channel. We lose the coin flip. The opponent takes the first turn. We're going to mulligan. I've only got 6 basics in the deck this week. Ah, no mulligan action. So what can we do? I could, well, not on the first turn. I could rare candy into Rhyperior on the next turn, use the Toppling Wind. I think my first strategy is to play Skyla for the Scorched Earth. I've got Professor's Letter to choose. Hello, North American and South American Legendary and Pokemon Go Raikou. A couple of Raikou, interesting. Kind of what I have. Fun fact, I did a Raikou raid yesterday. I didn't capture it, but I'm okay with that. The one thing that I didn't like about it was, I go to these raids now primarily to get the items, because I love getting those rare candies, those golden raspberries, all these TMs and stuff that you can only get from these raids. That's no good. But unfortunately, I only got potions, hyper potions, and revives. I didn't get anything that I really wanted. Okay, where's my Scorched Earth? So I didn't catch the Raikou. I didn't get the items that I was hoping for. Unfortunate, but I mean, there's other raids to be done. I've been getting some pretty decent items from level 1, level 2 raids as well, so I guess I'm okay with losing out a little bit. So let's get rid of one of our fighting energy, and not quite finding the Pokemon that we want. So, they can't quite take me down. Yes, they can. They have 10+. If they have a double colorless, this match is already over. Let's see what happens next. Kind of hesitant to speak. I want to see what plays out. So what do I do on the next turn? I need to get more cards. If I had... Okay, good. They can't hit me just yet. Fighting Fury Belt, that is fine. Slowly powering yourself up. Now, you are going to hurt me pretty bad. They do 20 more damage for each lightning energy attached. Alright. I guess we're going to play Puzzle of Time. See, I don't want to really play it just yet, but this can help me look at the top 3 cards. Which 2 do I want to take? I guess Timer Ball, maybe? I don't know. Let's go with double colorless, Timer Ball, and Olivia. I'll go do that. The only real chance that I have right now is to rare candy and prevent myself from getting knocked out in one hit. Yes, we'll discard the top 3 cards, thank you. And we will... What do we do first? If I play Lily, I'll draw 1 extra card. That will be the Timer Ball. Let's do that. I'm going to play Lily. I chose Timer Ball, right? No, double colorless, never mind. So what I can do here, though, attach this. And I will go with the Scorched Earth again, draw 2 more cards. Now Timer Ball. Will it really help me? It's going to reshuffle the deck at least. So we got two. Okay, what do we got? Charmeleon, another Charizard-GX, Rhydon. I don't think much is going to really help us here. I'm just going to grab a Rhydon, Charmeleon, the two stage ones. Next turn I can always play Olivia and get the other Charizard-GX out. We're not going to win this one. You know, I'm sorry to say, we're not going to make it. They're going to do 50 plus 60. They're going to do 120 total to me. And that ain't good. That's all the energy they need to hit me for 120. Hey. So here's what we're going to do. Since we have no chance... Well, let's not give up just yet. My idea was I was going to de-evolve and knock myself out. Let us just happen to see what we can find here. Discard this. We'll draw... Nothing of any use. Yeah. Take the win. My deck didn't want to let me function properly. Good game. You're gonna lose in style. You're gonna lose and make the opponent think, does this guy know how to play the game? That way, if you do another rematch against them, they're at a false sense of security, right? That's what I'm going for. Fighting type deck, Caliheart. Now, can we get the coin flip today? We cannot. Do we get to take the first turn? We do not. Do we have to mulligan? We do. So do they, though. Okay. This is not terribly bad. Let's see how many mulligans we get. 1, 2, just 2. Wonder how many they get. 1, 2. Okay, we're on an even playing field here. That's good. And I finally have a number of basics to work with. So I'll drop the Charmander. We'll put the 2 Rhydon to the bench. I've got burning energy. I was going to say fighting, then fire. Then I realized none of that was correct. Burning energy. I've also got two Timer Balls. I got 1 Timer Ball, 2 chances to find an evolved Pokemon. We have a Zygarde, everybody. Huh. Actually, thank you. That's going to help me. Just don't field blower it away. So with 1 more energy, they could Cell Storm and take out my 4 Charmeleon. No, wait, unless they get a strong energy. Okay, Random Receiver. Let us play that first. We'll get ourselves a supporter, and then we can go for the 2 additional cards. Let's do the Timer Ball. I want to see if I can find a Charizard-GX. We got 2 options here. Alright, Charizard-GX, we'll grab a Rhydon as well. Can't use them just yet, but I'm also going to play Skyla to find myself a rare candy. Now, scary thing is, if they do have a strong energy, or a Fighting Fury Belt, or anything of the sort, to add more power to Zygarde, they can one-shot my poor little Charmander. So before we attach any energy to the Charmander, let's go ahead and discard this and draw 2 more. Not quite finding a Charmander I was hoping to, unfortunately. But let's go ahead and scratch pretend. Slight little bit of damage, but just don't hit me back any harder. Just do a basic Cell Storm. No items, no tools, please. No Kakuis. That is Regirock. I forgot Regirock on the bench. I was about to say that is fine, but it is so not fine. Alright, Rhyhorn comes up. But we do have Bridget to get more basics out of the deck. So we'll do that right here. Drop Bridget. We will get... Let's get the 2 Charmander and nothing else, because we are all out of basic Pokemon. Lovely. So, let's evolve our Rhyhorn into Rhydon here on the bench. See what the Random Receiver can find us. We don't have any energy to make use of the Scorched Earth just yet. Next turn I can play Skyla, though. Let's give this Charmander some energy. You know they're going to have Guzma or something. So I could Rare Candy this Rhyhorn into Rhyperior, but no, we're not going to do that. I'm going to save the Rare Candy for next turn, and as long as they don't knock out my Energized Charmander, I'm going to Rare Candy up into Charizard-GX. Have a Carbink Break. Basic Lands Wrap, alright, doing 110. Let's go, Charizard. Or eventual Charizard, at least. What we need is a double colorless. Oh, we got ourselves the Field Blower, too. Don't have any tools to get rid of on the opposing side, so I'll hang on to it for now. The draw support's going to help me, because I'm going to, first of all, evolve up into Rhyperior. Let us discard the top 3 cards. We're going to play Skyla. Get myself a basic, a Professor's Letter for basic energy. I'm hoping to draw a double colorless. So let's grab Fire and Fighting. I'll use the Fighting for discarding purposes. Fire I can attach if necessary. But first let's take our chance to see what we get off the top. Not a double colorless, but I will de-evolve the Rhyperior back into Rhydon, so that next turn I can play it again. And I will attach, of course. Can't do anything just yet as far as Charizard-GX goes. So next turn, one more energy, I can take out 13 of their cards from the deck. Come on. You can just retreat that now. That's no fair. I don't like Guzma. Guzma's a jerk. Clever play on the opposing side, though, because they know that I could have just simply taken more of their cards out. Alright, then. And we know we have no more basic Rhydon in the Rhyhorn in the deck. I don't have any Super Rods, I don't believe either, but I do have 2 Puzzles of Time. So what do we do first? I can play Lily to get 3. Energy Retrieval, bring back... Do I have any in the discard pile? I got a couple. What would get me the most? If I play Energy Retrieval, I'll get 2 back. I have to discard 1, draw 2. Yeah, Lily's the best one right now. And now, I'll Energy Retrieval. Grab myself 2 fighting. Let's make use of the Scorched Earth right now. Double colorless? No, but another Burning Energy. I can attach that here. They're not going to play any more evolution cards, I don't think. But I can slow down their draw support by taking out their Scorched Earth. And I've got my own Scorched Earth for next turn, so let's just go ahead and Raging out. Take 10 cards out. Look at all these cards. Flip, 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 flip. All 10 cards gone. Is that going to change the tide of battle? I'm going to say probably not, because this is a Zygarde-EX. And it's a Choice Banded Zygarde-EX. 140 damage. Ow. There's a double colorless, though. So we're going to attach that, of course. I guess we could drop the Scorched Earth. Draw some more cards here. Finding ourselves with an N. Let's shuffle them down. That's a good idea. And I get 6 cards back. I got Charmeleon. That's good. Alright, so next turn, if I really need to, I can play Acerola to bring Charizard-GX back. Let's go ahead and Crimson Storm, 300. Gonna lose all 3 fire energy, but the 2 burning energy come back on. A couple of prizes off that one. I didn't put any healing options in this one, did I? But there is a Rhyhorn right there. Carving comes up with 1 energy, it can do 20 damage to me. And start reattaching some energy onto the opposing side. I didn't put any of my own switching cards like Guzma or Lysandre in this deck, because I was trying to focus more on burning out their cards, right? So let's drop the Rhyhorn. I guess just to have it... I don't know. Okay, they can retreat, do another 110 to me, which is the knockout for sure. So I guess the best bet right here... I'll attach to this Charmeleon. I'm going to play Acerola, bring Charizard-GX back into hand. We'll send up the Rhyhorn. I can play the Charmander down. I can immediately play the Charizard. Oh, I should have sent Charizard up. I could have done damage. No, I couldn't. I attached 1 energy already. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's play the old Heavy Ball. Get ourselves just another card out of the deck. And there's nothing more to be done just yet. So we'll pass it off to the opponent. They could knock out the Rhyhorn if they really, 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 really want to. Oh, they get free retreat now, too. Attach 1 more, you can do 110. Taking out their hand a little bit more, their deck. Now they're at lower cards than me, so... there's a chance that we can still pull through this. Not likely, though. But at least you're seeing some cool damage being done with our good old Charizard-GX here. So they got 2 prizes left to take. I could let the Charmander take a hit while I continue powering up the Charizard. I guess that's probably the best idea. Sorry, Charmander, it has to be done. Let's go ahead and toss another Burning Energy on. Let's take a chance to see what we can get with our Scorched Earth. Puzzle time. I'm not going to make use of that just yet. I'm hoping I can find another one and draw back 2 cards. It could happen. Oh, getting that thing powered up for the Stone Edge, are you? Okay. I see what's going on here. So Charizard-GX is the last line of defense against these legendaries from the, what you call it, Kalos region. Kalos? Kalos. Yeah. Okay, we didn't get ourselves the puzzle of time that we're looking for, but we can draw a couple more basic energy, which we'll certainly do. And let's toss another Burning Energy on. See what we happen to find with our Scorched Earth. Nothing too amazing. Let's just hit them for a nice, simple 70 damage. Wing attack. Double colorless in hand means next turn I can power up for the Crimson Storm once again. Okay, they can do 120 now. And that one could do a possible 100... Oh, never mind. Choice Band. I should have put tools in the deck. I didn't really bother thinking of that. Again, this is more to try to show off the burning aspect of Raging Out. So, if this flips a heads, it can do 90 plus 10 more, 20 more, so 110, which is the knockout. But they can only do 80 without the head, so let's go for it. Crimson Storm. Taking out at least the Zygarde-EX, getting 2 more prizes. It all comes down to this. Can they flip a heads on their Carbink Break to land the knockout? Or would they just go for powering up another one of their Regirock on the bench? Or the Zygarde. That could be a thing too. That's the game. Oh, come on. 50-50 chance and they happen to get it. That was just luck right there. But you get to see Charizard-GX in play, in action. I'm going to go one more. We still got time. I want to see if I can get a win with this. I consider that a win in a way, because I've said before, I'm not super competitive, right? I'm playing just to sort of show off these Pokemon. Fairy and Colorless are the Smith? Are the Smith? I don't know, but they get the coin flip. They're going to fail. We win! Yes, let's take that first turn. And let's not mulligan one time at all. And of course they do not mulligan. But, question is, how many times do we mulligan? Leave a comment below. How many times do you think? 5, 12, 18, 3, maybe? I don't know. Alright, getting themselves set up nicely. Let's see what we happen to start with. Come on, R. Are you a friend of N, perhaps? You guys have the same naming scheme. So we see some fancy Xerneas card sleeves, though. Very colorful. I remember back when X and Y was first still being sort of revealed online, and like, you know, trailers and stuff. The whole debate that I never really bought into this debate or this rumor or I guess theory, but it really sort of held some ground for me at that point. People thought light and sound were going to be 2 new types that came in Pokemon. Because like the whole Sylveon thing, people didn't know exactly what type was that going to be. Only mulligan twice, which I guess is okay. Charizard-GX wins, everybody! Yeah! What was that? That's not the one more match I want to show off. Got ourselves a box, though. Mystery box reward, a ticket. I haven't done tournaments on here in a long time. I probably should try. I mean, I never really did good in tournaments. I would usually get beaten out in round 1 and then just go off on my merry way. So, pardon me. I don't think for that purpose I really provide the best training for other players in tournaments. My ideas are too wacky crazy out there. A lot of the times in the tournaments you're going to see standardized kind of things. Oh, we're up against Lewis and Clark with a Fairy and Psychic and Colorless deck. Loading the game up. Pioneering their way as I go for a head side of the coin. We're going to land that head side. Yes, we're taking the first turn. We want an actual match where I can take the first turn and not mulligan. We ain't getting it. But they mulligan as well. Okay, so as long as they mulligan too, I guess that's kind of fair. So we only... Oh, they mulligan once. Okay. How many do we mulligan? I can't say the word mulligan today. Where did the word mulligan even come from? Does anyone out there know? Feel free to enlighten me. When I first heard the term mulligan, I kept thinking it relates to Gilligan. And I'm thinking Gilligan's Island. Has anyone out there ever seen that show? Admittedly, I kind of haven't. Like, I've maybe seen clips here and there, but I never actually watched the TV show. Mulligan 1, Mulligan 2, Mulligan 3, that's perfect. Leading off with a Rhyhorn. See, I don't even have any like float stones or anything. I really should have put Guzma in this deck for some switching around support. I didn't think of that. But we do have ourselves a good setup here with Skyla for Scorched Earth, Professor's Litter to find some basic energy. Not the worst kind of setup, I guess. We got ourselves an Eevee and Flabebe. Flabebe. Alright, so first things first, we will play Skyla, grab ourselves the Burning Earth here. I will drop it down, I'll play the Professor's Letter. I'm not going to use the Scorched Earth just yet, I want to play the Timer Ball to try to dry out some extra cards. I'm hoping to find myself a Charmander using Scorched Earth, but see what I'm doing here, if you're not aware, I've mentioned this before, but by getting cards out of the deck first, using Timer Ball, that's those less cards I have to worry about drawing into on my next turn, right? So let me see here. I got Rhydon already in hand. I guess we'll grab a Charmeleon. I already have Charizard as well there. So we're going to Scorched Earth now, since I have no other options. Getting myself a Charmander. Would you look at that? We'll throw out a Fire Energy. We'll leave Rhydon up there to take a hit. Because we're going to probably see... Well, it could be Espeon-GX. I was going to say, we're probably going to see Sylveon-GX using the Energy Evolution. And we are. Now, this thing, is it the one that moves energy, or is that the Sylveon-EX? Oh, wait, this one can let you search for any cards. Oh, that's bad. No damage, but they get to search for any 3 cards they want. I need my N. I gotta get rid of their cards. That's an awesome setup card, though. Leave one Sylveon-GX. Yeah, Sylveon-GX, I almost said EX. Leave it up there. Continuously use Magical Ribbon to set up your bench. Only when that first Sylveon-GX falls, you gotta worry about anything else doing any damage. But by then, you've been getting 3 cards the entire time, right? It's not a bad setup. Alright, I'll drop Charmeleon. We'll drop the Rhydon next. As soon as Rhydon takes damage, I can of course play Acerola if I have her available. I'm gonna Scorched Earth again, draw 2 more. Got a Bridget. That will be useful. Let's get some more basics in play. Another Charmander, Rhydon, and Rhydon. I think that's probably the best way to go. And now we will Energy Retrieval, bring back a couple of those Fighting Energy. I want to attach one just to start powering up the eventual damage. That's all we can do. So, no sign of N just yet. For my own purposes, I can play Hala to shuffle and get 4. If I could somehow get Rhydon out of there, though, we could go with Charizard-GX's... What is it? The GX attack, Raging Out. Now, what are you planning? What does Florges do again? We're going to see in just a moment here, because we're going to play... Or they're going to play Wally. And each attack costs 1 fairy less, so, okay. They could do, with 1 more energy, they can do Fairy Wind or Plea GX. Oh, that's gonna knock Rhydon out. Come on, don't do this. Oh well. Hey. Let's go, Charmeleon. It is Charizard time. Random Receiver. I guess let's play that first. Can we find ourselves an N? No, we got Skyla, though. We could play Skyla for Rare Candy to get another Charizard in play. Let's do that, and yeah, we'll evolve up into Charizard-GX on the bench here. Now, I could take a chance, use Scorched Earth, and hope I get another energy. But what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to attach this Fighting Energy just to be able to use the Raging Out GX, take out 10 other cards. So, they can start doing, well, they can still hit for 110. We'll survive 2 of those unless they have, like, a Choice Band or something like that. We can't yet hit them for the 300 of the Crimson Storm. Now, do you have the healing option? Once during your turn, you may heal 30 damage and remove a special condition from your active Pokemon. So they can heal 30 every turn. Okay. Ha! I have no energy in hand. Team Skull Grunt's a failure, both in video game and in this particular match right here. But they are powering up their Florges Break. So now that I have used the Raging Out GX, I do have Hala to get me back 7 cards. Get some Burning Energy. Alright, alright. I can't play Acerola just yet, but I'll attach to the benched Charizard-GX. Do you think it's time to get rid of my own Scorched Earth? Not just yet. Field Blower only gets rid of 1 thing in this situation. Let's just hit for the 70. Now I can play Acerola next turn, of course. Take this Charizard-GX away. If I do that, I'll probably leave a Rhyhorn up. Oh wait, they get free retreat now. So they can heal 30, as we said, the ability of Florges Break right there. That's why I want to try to get myself powered up for the massive Crimson Storm. Take them out before they can heal. Go for another Fairy Guard, or sorry, Fairy Wind. And since when is Fairy Wind that powerful? It's only 40 power in the video game, I believe. How do you do that much? I know you're a GX, Sylveon, but calm yourself down. What are you, the anime? Breaking your own rules? Alright, let's see what they're planning. What can you hit me for? Just 70. That's not so bad. They should have healed first, and then did that. Unless, did they already heal? I don't remember. I don't think they did. Alright, so, as I say, since we do have some damage here, we're going to lose this Pokemon on the next turn. Let us, first of all, Acerola. I will set up one of the Rhyhorn to take a hit. You got 80, you got 80. You can each take a hit from the Wonder Shrine. Yes. Alright, now let us play the Scorched Earth. See if we can get ourselves a double colorless, perhaps. Discard a Fighting Energy. No double colorless just yet, but we have another Charmander. We have two Charmander now. I will play the weaker one for evolving purposes. Put another Burning Energy to this Pokemon here. Nothing else I really want to play just yet. We're going to let it go right there. I'm not going to try to sing a rendition of that song whose title I just said, because that happens way too often. And I am not a good singer. Plus, I don't know if you can tell, but once again, I feel like I have a slight little bit of a cold. My nose is kind of stuffy. Not the best situation to be trying to sing in. Okay, so they can take me out using Sylveon-GX. Actually, well, they have to retreat. There they go. They have to lose an energy to retreat. Heal. Don't forget to heal. Make sure you heal. You didn't heal. Ah, well. Alright, Charmander, take a hit, buddy. So, next case. Let's play another Charmander down here. I guess we will discard a Fighting. I want to find a double colorless. Come on. Thank you. I got two of them. I'll take those. Add this to the Charizard-GX. Is there anything else we can really make use of at the moment? I don't think so. Let's just pass the old turn there. Do they spell their own defeat by knocking out Charmander? Is the question. You can heal. You're not going to handle 300 damage from my Charizard-GX Crimson Storm. I'm sorry. It ain't happening. I do need 3 fire energy, but I do have a couple in hand, though. So if I need to keep burning through them until I find myself the other burning energy... Did I lose any of those yet? Not yet. There's still a couple in the deck or in the prizes. Who knows? But as soon as I can get a third one, I can continuously do that attack. No fear of losing any energy permanently. Unless, they have some sort of, like a, what is it, enhanced hammer, even a flip coin of heads on a crushing hammer. That could pretty much be detrimental to what I'm planning. But we'll have to see. Their probably best bet right now, stall things out, use Magical Ribbon. Or they could just retreat, too, though. Yeah, Magical Ribbon's the best way to play right there. So if I had a switching card right now, this would be a good time to make use of it. So I'm not quite ready just yet to do damage to this thing. I'm going to... I don't know. It's too late. I already clicked it. I do have energy retrieval, though. I have another Rhydon here. I'll play Charmeleon to the bench Charmander. Can I make use of anything else right now? Not particularly, but I will attach this to the Charizard-GX. I could have put it to the Charmander just to scratch, just to get some damage off, I guess, but that's not going to help us. So, do you go for the knockout? Because you know next turn I can retreat. It'll be really cool. Get a bunch of these Florges in play, and each one reduces the attack cost by 1 fairy. You could have... No, I was going to say you could have 3 of them in play, and Sylveon-GX attacks for free. But that's not true, because you still need to cover the colorless retreat cost. It just eliminates the fairy energy requirement right there. Alright, what is next? They could have something planning. That's annoying. But that's your GX attack, though. It is completely done for now. Alright, trying to stall things out. There's my other burning energy. Let's drop a couple Charmander. Well then, that was a bit of an annoyance. I will put this to, I guess, whichever Charmander I feel like. Can we get rid of anything with the field blower? Not really. I don't want to really draw any more cards Scorched Earth, because I'll start decking myself out. I see you, Energy Retrieval. I'm not making use of you just yet. We'll end the turn there. I'm going to give them a well played on that one. That was very clever. I didn't even think of what that GX would do. Get ourselves a Gardevoir-GX. That would be painful. Just don't Guzma, please. They're adding more power. I see that. That is fine. Fairy Wind. Okay. Very well. 3 prizes remaining on the opposing side. Where's my rare candy? I wanted rare candy. I should up to Po Town. I'm going to damage myself, yes, but the thing is, I didn't think of that. Should have evolved first. And let's put a Burning Energy down. Not much more needs to be done here. I'm going to say, I like this video for the purpose of showing off what Sylveon-GX can do. That GX. Oh, that was annoying. So if you're not sure what it did, it put away 2 of my Pokemon from the bench and back in my hand, all cards attached to it. Right on. Get up there, buddy. Alright, we have a Charizard-GX back. We've got a Rhyperior. We're going to use Toppling Wind. I'm going to throw an energy onto Charizard-GX, and... Next turn, I can Acerola. We'll leave things at that. You could possibly get the knockout, too, if you can switch into your Gardevoir-GX. You can easily retreat for 1. But you wouldn't do that because you know Charizard is going to tear you apart. Now see, if I had Lysandre or Guzma in this deck, this battle would be pretty much over. So there's the damage you need to do to knock me out. 1 prize remaining. If we have to go out, we're going out in style. We got our double colorless. We can now Crimson Storm for 300, knocking out Sylveon-GX. This comes up to take us out. So long. Yep, we're taking everything back to hand. The battle's over. You're not getting that last prize card. Good game, Lewis and Clark. Not bad. Oh, that GX. But we completed the Blazing Hot Daily Challenge. 60 tokens added to our collection. I don't think we level up at all, though. Wait, no, we haven't finished the Fire one just yet. Cool. Alright, so that's going to be it for today's... Wait a minute. Oh, I need the water powered up. It's going to be it for today's Pokemon TCG live online match video. Let's jump back over to the deck list. I didn't really get any wins, but, you know, that's part of the game. And I was saying to another friend of mine from the Heroes Beacon Pokemon League, since I don't play competitively, the losses are just going to happen, right? But as long as you have fun trying it and seeing what happens, like, despite the fact that losing those 2 Charizard-GX on the bench, or even the Charmeleon, I think it was, next to the GX, that was still a very good play by my opponent, and I can't help but be impressed at them knowing exactly when to make that play. So, good games to my opponents. Getting all choked up. Good games to my opponents today, and that is going to be a wrap for today's Pokemon TCG live online match video featuring the attempted power of Charizard-GX, but you get to see what it can do in battle at least. And you saw some possible strategies using the constant replaying of Toppling Wind by playing Rhyperior from hand, burning out with the Raging Out GX, trying to deck people out. I could make this a little bit more streamlined if I wanted to, and ignore trying to go for the Crimson Storm, because I could replace Burning Energy with other things to help out with, like, decking cards out. Expanded format, I could put in, like, Trick Shovels, I could put Houndoom-EX, that might even still be standard legal. Let me just take a look. Houndoom-EX. Because we could use the Melting Horn for 1 energy, discarding 2 cards from the opposing deck. So once Charizard-GX has done its Raging Out GX attack, Houndoom could come up and just start burning 2 more every turn, plus 3 using the Rhyperior ability. So that could be something you could play into your own strategy. But, first of all, if you liked today's video, feel free to drop a like down below. If you're happy that we're kind of, hopefully, maybe sort of somewhat getting back on track with these videos, feel free to like that as well, I guess. I don't know, maybe, if you want to. But, if you have any suggestions how to improve this for a possible mill deck, or if you have your own strategies for Charizard-GX that you use in the Pokemon TCG, either online or in real cards, leave those comments down below how to fix this deck up for anyone else that wants to try to recreate this for themselves. And, I guess we can take a look at Pokemon GX from Burning Shadows and see which ones have we not taken a look at just yet. Show not owned, right? And let's go alphabetical. Let's go alphabetical. There we go. We've looking at Muck. We've looking at Charizard. We have not yet looking at Darkrai-GX. We have taken a look at Gardevoir-GX, I believe. Golisopod we made use of. Haven't used Ho-Oh just yet. Lycanroc we haven't yet. Machamp. Machamp, you're not really all that amazingly impressive. You just dish out the damage, I guess. But that could still be viable. So we haven't, I think, used him yet. Necrozma we haven't used yet. We did use Noivern. I'm losing track of what I used. Salazzle-GX we haven't used yet, I don't think. Bulu and Finny. So if you have any preferences for which of these Pokemon you want to see, hopefully later this week for another Pokemon TCG video, leave that in a comment down below as well. And I'll see if I can assemble a cool deck strategy using the Pokemon GX that you guys want to see. Excuse me. But how did I get 4 Charizard-GX? I did a lot of trading. That's going to be it for the video. Again, thanks for watching. Professor Chaz is now signing off. And before I do, I forgot. If you want to see some more videos that I have done, during the outro, there'll be some links to some more videos. You can click on those, or you can also click on my face during the outro to subscribe for some daily Pokemon content, as long as I can keep myself on a decent sleep schedule and get these out on a timely manner. Hopefully that's going to be the case as we roll into the future. But again, feel free to subscribe and stay tuned for more Pokemon videos in the future. But until then, Professor Chaz is signing off. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you next time.